Okay, week 7. We're back after victory of Midmole, and we are now facing, or going to be facing, Blep. This is a team building video, and I would like to quickly go over Blep's team. I'm already on here. I got loaded in. He has Corv Knight and Clodsire, probably the most competent defensive core in the draft league. So that's something. Hydreigon, ever the special nuke. Poltergeist, one of the best Shell Smash sweepers. I believe also gets access to stored power. It definitely used to. Oh no, it still does, okay. Toadscroll, the funny mushroom dude. Well, not as funny mushroom dude as his pre-evolution. With the fastest, could have been the fastest spore in the game if his ability wasn't a thing. Taurus, Paldea Water, the water type Taurus, really good Scarfer. I like the fact that Taurus can finally get a regional form. Oricorio, which is access to in every form. Cryogonal, which has more kills than reasonably should have. Villagers, decent special wall, lacking a bit of HP for that, but it has some special attacks that's not as passive as some others. Houndoom, classic Generation 2 Pokemon, a lot of people like it. And Copperaja, big elephant. Something to note immediately on this team is that it's really slow. Covenite is slow, Clodsire is slow. Toadscroll isn't slow, but because of its ability, its status most always goes last in the priority bracket. Taurus isn't slow, but Florges is really slow, Copperage is really slow. Houndoom isn't slow, but it's blazing fast either. Same with Oricorio. Poltergeist only is slow after Shell Smashing, not before that. Hydreigon, decent speed. Hydreigon has decent speed, Toadscroll has good speed, Taurus has good speed, and Cryogon and Houndoom. So that definitely is some fast things in his team. But the best Pokemon he has, Corviknight, Clodsire, they're already slow. Which is definitely something I took note of and considered making my team. Here it is. We played off of Gallade. Fun fact, the only Pokemon on his entire team that completely resists both of Gallade's stab moves is Oricorio in the Psychic form, which, fun fact, he does actually get access to. He gets access to all 4 of these. Oricorio Pau is the only one that can resist both of Gallade's stabs. And for that scenario, I have Shadow Sneak, which is also really good at dealing with Poltergeist, since it can't really do anything against priority. It just have to be mindful of Psychic terrain, which I'm probably gonna set up. Then we have Low Kicks, once again with a bit of an unorthodox non-choice band set. I'm just really scared of this Poltergeist. I really want a way to shut this down before it gets out of hand, which is why Taunt is here. Low Kicks really is the emergency solution though. Full chop, axe kick, and U-turn for some, standard move selection really. Free attack of taunt, focus sash, so I can be sure to get a taunt off against Poltergeist, just in case it thinks about using an attacking move or something. Grimmsnarl, speaking Grimmsnarl, again, there's nothing fancy going on. I think the fanciest thing is the Terror type being normal. If I can't kill Poltergeist with Gallade, I will deal with Grimmsnarl, Terror into normal to be immune to Shadow Ball, and then Foul Play for the kill. Since Shell Smash is going to increase Poltergeist's attack, Foul Play is going to do some good damage. Next up, Farigiraffe. Premiere of Farigiraffe. Farigiraffe finally makes an appearance. Thus I will have used all of my Pokemon, at least once in the team. This is a bit unorthodox of a set. I have one boosting move to Nasty Plot, stored power as main Stab, Terror Blast, and Thunderbolt. The spread is also kind of wonky. Let's go over this one at a time. Farigiraffe is really good at sweeping through Blep's team. Not a lot of things can resist stored power, and those that do either hit really hard by Terror Blast fighting or Thunderbolt, specifically Corviknight. Thunderbolt is almost entirely there for Corviknight, which gets one shot after one Nasty Plot with this special attack investment. I really did not need more for anything else, because anything else has a lot less special defense than Corviknight, or is a lot less bulky invested. Hydreigon, Terror Blast for Hydreigon, Houndoom, Copperajah. Even with Assault Vest it will still drop. Psychic Seed is there to make Farigiraffe on the special side, with I have no investment, a bit more bulky, but more importantly, the stat boost increases stored base power, which is important, since Clodsire is not gonna care about Nasty Plot boosts since that has Unaware. Most likely it's gonna run Unaware since I do not have a water type Pokemon or one that really uses any of them consistently besides Gallade with Aqua Cutter. And I do not need Aqua Cutter for Clodsire since I have Psycho Cut, so I don't think it's gonna run Water Absorb. So yeah, Nasty Plot is not gonna increase its damage against Clodsire, so I really need base power. I need stored power's base power to be high. Zap Zipper is my ability of choice, mainly because of Toadscroll, because that means I can set up against Toadscroll. First of all, I'm not gonna care too much about its special, about Toadscroll's attack. Toadscroll isn't too strong on 444 HP with a +1 to special defense of Psychic Seed. I'm gonna tank all of it. And if it tries to Spore me, I get an attack boost, which is gonna make stored power stronger again. So yeah, Farigiraffe, stored power sweeper with a really unorthodox one, gonna be honest here, but it is one. Then we have Indeedee, which is supposed to set up Farigiraffe mostly. Try and extend the Psychic Surge, fully support invested. Psyshock as your stab. Dazzling Gleam to hit Hydreigon if it believes it has its free switch here. I don't think he's gonna do that though, because Blep knows Pokemon quite well. Healing Rush, in case I need it. Indeedee's move pool isn't the greatest currently, it lost a lot of the best moves it had previously, so we had a slot open for Healing Rush, and might come in handy. And Charm. So Charm is here because I very much expect something like Cryogonal or Copperajah to come in on Indeedee, if not Hydreigon, or Corviknight really for that matter. And if I could charm them and harshly lower their attack, I could get some momentum out of this, because it will enable Farigiraffe and Gallade to have a much easier time surviving the oncoming attacks. Finally we have Haxorus, this time with Sword Stance. I should probably mention this too, Gallade also has Sword Stance instead of Agility, and Haxorus has Sword Stance instead of Dragon Dance. Like I said, Blep's team is really slow, and the majority of Pokemon that could actively outspeed these Pokemon do not have a high impact on them. The only exception here of Haxorus would be Hydreigon. Hydreigon is naturally faster than Haxorus by 1 point, actually, by exactly 1 point. But one Dragon Dance at max speed isn't gonna help me outspeed a Scarf Hydreigon because of that 1 point, so I didn't even bother with it. Haxorus is very much a Pokemon that can come in later. and clean up. Usually not something I invest too much into, or like build with that in mind. Yeah, Mold Breaker bypasses Cryogonals and Hydreigon's Levitate. It also bypasses Cloud's Unaware for Earthquake, which is also a Terra type ground. Though my main Terra type target is Farigiraf. Farigiraf and Gallade have really just a really easy time sweeping through the majority of Blep's team. Like if you look at this, they are really weak to this psychic fighting combination of moves besides Oricorio. And the psychic Oricorio is gonna die to Thunderbolt from Farigiraf. So yeah, that's the general idea of it. I also went into bulk this time around instead of speed. Because for the majority of, like I said, for the majority of Blep's Pokemon I don't need the speed. I'd much rather be able to have more longevity and maintain the sweep longer. So yeah, Gallade, Farigiraf, both can be win conditions if I centered their entire team around it, which I haven't. All three of these actually, the Hexors included, all three of these could be win conditions on their own if I base the team around it. I haven't. But none of them need to carry be the sole win condition. All three of these are win condition. I can set them in prematurely and deal some damage and make the job for the other two. Like if Gallade comes in first, Farigiraf and Hexors have an easier time after the fact, and vice versa. That's like a general game plan here. I do have 2 setup monsters instead of only 1, as what I usually have. But I believe Psychic Terrain against Blep makes it worth. I do know that Poltegeist really enjoys Psychic Terrain. Here it is, because you know it's really weak to priority with weak armor and a Shell Smash. But since I'm the one in control of the Psychic Terrain, I think it's gonna be much less of an issue. So yeah, that's the team. I don't have much else to say, so we will see each other in the battle. Until then, stay hydrated.